One of the biggest challenges of being a creative is that the artistic journey is very personal, so it's very difficult to know if you're on the right path. So here are 3 signs that your art journey is on the right path. You're heading the right direction. And this is based off my 6 years of teaching beginner artists how to draw and also my 12 years of personal art practice. So sign number 1 is that you're discovering things about yourself through the art practice. Now, I don't mean just artistically. I don't mean that you're discovering things about your artistic taste, your aesthetic taste. I mean, you're broadly discovering things about yourself in terms of your personality, your worldview, your philosophy. You will start to discover things the more and more that you open yourself up to the art practice, because the art practice is a reflection of who you are. You're constantly being confronted with the deeper aspects of yourself, which means that if you leave an open mind and you are curious about who you are, you will start to discover things that you might not have been fully aware of earlier in your creative journey. And these experiences will develop a deeper sense of curiosity about your experience. You will start to become curious about, wait, what does this say? What is the art saying to me? Why is this interesting to me? Why does this speak to me? You might start to connect certain aesthetic tastes to your childhood or the culture you grew up in, or maybe specific experiences that you've had, or maybe just your worldview in general. You start to see these things show up in the art in a way that is very, very interesting. It'll be fascinating to you as long as you leave an open mind to it. And that openness will help you discover so much, and all those discoveries will help you grapple with things that will help you broadly in life, not just within the art practice. So these discoveries will help you mend relationships and live a better life. And I know that sounds grandiose, it sounds very big, but that is ultimately what art is. Art isn't this small thing. We tend to make art small because we tend to think about it in terms of just visual taste and just in terms of likes online, selling prints, this and that. But ultimately, it's this like self-discovery process that's truly valuable. And that is also why you don't have to be a great artist to get tons of value out of making art. Even as a beginner artist, as you approach the drawing, you can start to find things within yourself and you can start to confront your experience while you make it. And all these things will help you develop skills that will just improve your life broadly. And you know, the easiest example here is just discipline. Learning how to focus and be disciplined while you're drawing. That is a skill set that will allow you to improve other aspects of your life. And as you discover how to be more disciplined, how you personally focus your mind, those things will impact all aspects of your life. And that's like a smaller discovery. And that's the one that's very intellectually easy to explain. But there are other discoveries to be had. There are mysteries to confront that can be experienced in the art practice that are magical, like truly magical. And that is hard to explain in words. It's something that you have to find for yourself. But I'm gonna plant that seed in your mind and let you know that is possible. That is available to you through the art practice. And you just have to trust that is there to open your mind to it. So be open to discovering things about yourself in the art. Look at the art that you make. Look at why you like the certain things that you like, and see what speaks to you, right? And even in terms of artistic process, one of my biggest discoveries that I've had over the past couple of years is that I tend to be a very controlling person. I like to be in control. I want to be a perfectionist. I want an analytical reason for everything. I want to have everything explained. I want pure control. And I think that really limited my life in general. My entire 20s was just fraught with over control. As soon as I realized I was over controlling my art, because every time I surrendered control, my art would be better. So I was learning this lesson that like, hey, if I surrender, I make better art. I suddenly also realized that, wait, maybe I should be applying this lesson to all other aspects of my life, like surrender control in other aspects of life. And as I started to do that, my life started to flourish in a way that was tremendously beautiful. I would not be in the place that I am today if I didn't realize that I needed to surrender control to grow. There are also other discoveries I've had around like fears of failure, lack of trust, all of these things I actually discovered through the art practice and then applied it to other aspects of my life to improve my life broadly. And this is a huge lesson that I think anyone can apply. Just look for signs of this. As you go through your art practice, just pay close attention and know that this is available. It might not be obvious at first. Maybe in the beginning, you're just grappling with some of the technical skills of drawing, which obviously are valuable. You want to learn you want to learn how to draw in some aspects, but keep in mind that you don't have to be a great artist to also discover things about yourself. Open yourself up to who you are as a person and just look at the art and really pay close attention to the experience that you have while making it, and also what it says after, and then you might discover beautiful things about yourself. Because I continuously discover things about myself through old pieces. So a piece might be like a year old, and I'll look at it, I'm like, wow, like there's all these things, there's all these visuals that now say specific things to me that I didn't notice before, because maybe it wasn't the right time for me to see it, or maybe I wasn't ready to see it. But as you grow, as you go down on your journey, you will find and you will discover so much more about yourself through your art. But make sure that you keep a regular art practice and keep your mind open to discovering things about yourself, because that is available. That's a great sign that you're on the right path. So sign number 2 that you're on the right path, that your artistic journey is going well, is that you're excited by challenges. I used to dread studying, doing like the technical learning of art used to be absolutely dreadful. I would force myself to study anatomy. I would force myself to like draw faces, and it was not fun. But our teachers kept telling me that this is the way that you get good. This is how you make the art that you want to make. So I kept forcing myself. And honestly, all of that was just a waste of time. If you are in that boat where you're just forcing yourself and you're not enjoying it, really take the time to try to figure out how to enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying it now, the assumption that you'll enjoy when it's good can be false. Like, try to figure out how to enjoy it now, because that's available. But now that I've discovered more about myself, now that I'm making art that I actually care about, learning how to draw new things is actually exciting. I used to dread challenges. I used to dread not being good at certain things. But now when I discover new areas where I can improve, it's actually very exciting to me, because the art journey, the path that I'm on, feels right for me. I'm on my path. Instead of forcing myself to be on someone else's path, the challenges that I'm facing are right for me. Now, I'm not saying that they're not intimidating. Some of these challenges are still intimidating, but they're also exciting. They're exciting adventure. It's almost like a call to adventure when you find a new challenge where it's like, oh, I'm a little bit scared because I don't know I don't know if I can do well at this. But at the same time, there's this sense of excitement, like, oh, if I learn how to draw that, I can like express myself differently in that way. And that excitement is almost like a pull. That I think that's a great sign that you're on the right path, because you're being mindful of the things that are interesting to you specifically. And that mindfulness, that paying attention, is very powerful in terms of keeping you on the path that makes sense for you, because that means that you're enjoying it, right? You'll only find that those challenges exciting if you're actually enjoying the art practice, which is sign number 1, obviously. It's like you should be enjoying your art practice, because if you're not, figure out how to do that first. Just stop this video right now, go and write about how could you make your art practice more enjoyable. That's number 1 priority at all times. If you are excited by challenges, if you discover new things that you can improve on in your art practice, and that gets you energized to draw more, then you are on the right path. Sometimes those challenges can feel a little bit frustrating. I'm not saying that any technical skill you're learning, you should be, overjoyed every hour of the day. Sometimes it will feel frustrating because you're like, oh my God, I just wish I knew how to do this already. Obviously, some of those frustrations will still exist, but if there's still a core of excitement, I feel like that's a great sign that you're on the right path. Sign number 3 that your art journey is going well is that you feel at peace with your art. Now, this is a high bar to set. If you are a beginner artist, this might be a little bit too soon for you to feel this way, but at some point you might start to feel at ease, at peace with your art, and you don't feel the need to be the best artist ever. I used to set that as my goal. Every single year I was like, how can I become the best artist? Which is an absurd thing to say out loud, because obviously no one even agrees what good art is. So what does that mean? What is that barometer? But I used to want that so badly. And I think that is a sign that you're trying to get something out of the art that isn't wise. It's not a skillful thought that like, I need the art, I need to be the best artist to enjoy my art practice. Now, if you want to keep improving, I think that's healthy. But wanting to be the best, or like wanting this external thing, I think that can be very negative. But if you feel at peace with your art, where you accept your art for what it is, and you're like, hey, I want to improve, sure, but also this is kind of cool. I feel good about what I'm making. I think that's a very great sign that you are being skillful about the way you're approaching your art, and that you're using a wise mind when you look at your work. And that is a beautiful skill set to practice. It's not easy. I do think that's a very difficult skill to get good at, but it's a skill that you want to start improving today, right now. Try to become more at peace with your work. Accept it fully. When you make a drawing, even if you see ways that you can improve, try not to feel too negative about it. You can accept the fact that here are areas I can improve. You can write those down. You can be like, hey, I want to study these things, But at the same time, you can also feel good about the fact that, hey, I sat down to draw, I did a drawing. It's a reflection of where I'm at right now, and I feel at peace with it. Every time I have a drawing where I feel truly at peace with it at the end, that's always been the most beautiful experience of drawing that I can have. If I'm always clenching and trying to make the best drawings, that takes me so far away from all the things I value in the art. And I think this is just universally true, where if you can be at peace with bad drawings, as well as you are feel good about good drawings, then there is this freedom that opens up, and it makes it so much easier to align yourself with what you actually want to make with your art, because you're not so focused on the external, so much more focused internally. It opens up this space where you can focus on, how do I feel about my art while I'm making it, instead of this outcome orientation. I'm not saying that it has to be purely only about internal experiences, because I do think that that's a difficult place to get to. You can want those external validation things. You could want to be a great artist, but I do think that the majority of your energy should be spent on, how do I feel about my art? What does it say to me? How does it speak to me? And all those things. And if you focus more on that side of things, you will feel more at peace with your work, because it's a reflection of the journey you're going on, rather than trying to get like to a specific destination. And now where I'm at right now, I feel much more confident about my art, even though my art isn't particularly much better than it was when I was struggling. I think that so many of the skills that I've learned is really just being at peace. And what happens is that the more at peace you feel, the easier it is to improve your art, because you don't take it so personally. If you always take things personally, then there's always this negative emotion that you're fighting. And I think that can be a waste of energy. But if you feel at peace, it's very easy to be like, okay, here's the skill set that I need to improve for the next drawing. I want to improve on this. I'm just going to apply that lesson and just enjoy the entire thing. And you'll learn much faster that way. I think this idea that you need to feel negatively about your work to improve is an absolute lie. Obviously, people who love what they do improve faster. That just seems obvious. So keep that in mind. Try to develop peace in your art practice. And if you do feel at peace sometimes, just take note of it and be like, hey, this is right. I should probably feel at peace with this, because I'm just making marks on a page. And that's all that's happening. So if you are someone who struggles with perfectionism, check out my mindful drawing course below, where I will teach you intuitive drawing, which is the process of drawing that I use that cured me of this idea that I'm in control. It allowed me to express myself so much more freely. It cured me of art block. It made my life so much better. So I would love to share that skill set with you. If you are interested, check out the link below, and then I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Bye. Yeah. Hopefully that video made sense. I have no idea.